This is the Valley Today.
New this morning, a Montana man who was standing in the middle of a North Dakota highway late at night is now dead after being hit by an SUV. The Highway Patrol says the man was on Highway 83 just south of Minot around 10 last night when a driver came upon him and allegedly couldn't avoid hitting him.
58-year-old Yvonne Wollman and her passenger were not hurt, and the crash report indicates no charges are being filed against her. The victim is a 36-year-old man from Missoula, Montana. The troopers plan to release his name after notifying family. Fargo police are now investigating 3 shootings from over the weekend. The latest one was called in as a vandalism. It was yesterday morning around 2:30 in the 100 block of North University Drive.
Police found glass from a front door of a business that had been broken and spotted evidence of shots fired. A short time later, they got a call about a shooting victim who showed up to a local ER. The person's injuries are not critical, and there's no word this morning on any arrests in the case. Fargo PD is also looking to ID a suspect in a shooting just after midnight Saturday morning near 33rd Street and 35th Avenue South. Everyone had left the area by the time officers got there. Police got word that a 39-year-old man was being treated at the hospital for a gunshot wound to his arm.
A few hours after that shooting, another call, this time in the 100 block of North Broadway, where police found a victim who had been shot in the back end. The suspect is a black man between 25 and 30 years old. He may be traveling in a red vehicle. If you have any information on any of these shootings, you're urged to contact Fargo Police. It is now 6:03 just about on this Monday morning. Let's get a check of that forecast, and the sun just kind of slowly creeping up behind you there, Lisa.
Slowly. It's getting later and later. It's struggling a little bit as we're going farther into summertime, and it didn't really feel like summer yesterday. We had temperatures in the 60s, so I think a lot of folks looking for a warm up. We've got some good weather for you here today. Focusing in on your morning drive, we've got a 1 out of a scale of 1 to 5 on travel conditions, and that means we're looking at some good weather here to start off today. The one exception is that we do have some patchy fog that is going to be affecting some of us this morning. Otherwise, getting into the next couple of hours, we'll see temperatures getting back into some 50s with some dry conditions, and some of us are already in the 50s. It's just been starting a little cool. Let's take a look at our fog out there. It's pretty shallow where I'm seeing it on DOT cams. This is I-94 in the Rothsay area. Looking a little bit better here this morning, but you can see a little hint of fog on our view here. And then over into the Lake Park area, a similar situation where you see that we've got some fog just kind of in that low pocket here along Highway 10. We'll zoom in a little bit more. You can see along the road there. So again, there are some areas where we're dealing with that. And in some places it is a little more dense than others. So let's take a look at our reports. Some places in North Dakota reporting some lowering in visibility, but certainly over into Minnesota, it's going to be a little tougher in spots. We're down to a 1/4 mile in Fosston. That's our lowest report. But Mahnomen is at a 1/2 mile up in Baudette, and then back down to Fergus Falls. We're at 1/2 miles. Visibility reports coming in there. And then Thief River Falls less than a mile. So several spots where our fog is a little more dense here this morning. Right now, though, temperatures again on the chilly side. We're in the 40s in most areas. Fargo's come up now to 50 degrees. We're at 47 in Grand Forks. Of course, the fog in Fergus Falls affecting us. But here we go. We've got some warming coming our way today. Temperatures back into the 70s, and then we get to about 80 degrees here for Fargo. So back to that summertime feel, and we'll have lots of sunshine out there and wind. That's not going to be a problem either. Too bad we can't flip-flop today with yesterday, because yesterday was a little tough to take. You didn't really want to go out to the lake or hit up the pool with temperatures only in the 60s, and today it is looking a lot better. Again, 80 today. We've got more warmth on the way in the 7-day planner. More on that to come in just a bit.
Yeah, weather-wise looking like a good day, but also a good day because Ashlyn Hill is now joining us here, Lisa, on the Valley today.
Good morning. Welcome. We're happy to have you, Ashlyn.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here. As we know, I got to hang out with you guys last week, and now here we are.
Here we are, ready to go. All right, we'll be waking up with you every morning starting at 4:30. So Ashlyn, thank you for being here, and Lisa, thank you. We'll check in again with you in just a couple of minutes. It is now 6:05. Tomorrow is a big day for the FM flood diversion. A groundbreaking ceremony will mark the start of construction on one of the largest components of that project. The Red River Valley Alliance is starting work on a 30-mile storm water diversion channel that will route water around the Fargo-Moorhead Metro during major flood events.
The FM diversion is the first public-private partnership flood management project in North America. It's a 5-year project and is expected to be done and providing permanent flood protection by the year 2027. Minnesota voters are heading to the polls tomorrow to decide who moves forward for the November general election. Early voting for Tuesday's primary election is already underway.
Now, among the races are the primary for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and secretary of state. School referendums in Ulen, Hitterdal, and Crookston are also on the ballot. After passing in the Senate yesterday, the Democrats' Inflation Reduction Act next heads to the House, where it's expected to go up for a vote by Friday. That bill aims to lower the deficit and the cost of prescription drugs, as well as tackle climate change.
Vice President Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote. Democrats say it's the biggest investment ever in fighting global warming, and it promises to cap out-of-pocket prescription drug costs for seniors with Medicare coverage at $2,000 a year. North Dakota U.S. Senator John Hoeven voted against the Inflation Reduction Act, saying it's reckless spending that will worsen the problem. Before the vote, Hoeven has urged colleagues to also reject that legislation.
We have the resources and the capabilities to reduce that inflation, to address the stagnation. This tax and spend bill is not the way to do it.
Meanwhile, Senator Kevin Cramer also voted against the inflation bill. He says it is fiscally irresponsible, needlessly bureaucratic, and damaging to every sector of the American economy, from energy to agriculture to pharmaceuticals and manufacturing. Cramer believes it's going to put a dent in every American's bottom line. We should mention Minnesota's senators voted for that bill. People in the valley have their paddles ready. They are waiting now for the postponed 30th annual Race the Red.
How exciting! The Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau is live. Hey, what's going on?
Good morning, guys. Yep, I'm out here on the water this morning on the South Boat Ramp at Dike East, where kayakers and canoers are going to come out and kick off the 30th annual Race the Red. With me this morning is Christine Holland, the Executive Director of River Keepers. So tell us about the event.
So we're really excited. Today's going to be a gorgeous day to get out on the Red River. Paddlers are going to come in either canoe or kayak, and once they're on the river, they get to choose if they're going 1.5, 3.5, or 6 miles. So they go upstream, and depending on how they're feeling, they can either turn around early or continue and push themselves a little further, and then come grab a prize, turnaround prize, come back and finish the race.
Yeah, and so it's the 30th year. What does that mean for the community?
We're really excited that the community has been embracing the Red River the last few years, especially every year it gets a little bit more, and really just appreciating that the Red River is this beautiful natural resource in our backyard.
So why is this event important for you?
Yeah, we want people to be able to get out and learn about the river, help sustain it, and safely enjoy it. And so this is one of those ways that they can do that. And they also get to meet other paddlers and kind of form a community and go out with each other and just have more fun on the Red River.
Great. So the event starts at 6:30 tonight. There are walk-ins welcome, but everyone should be in the water at 6:20, so the community is invited to come and join.
Yeah, sounds like a good time. Jillian Trudeau reporting live this morning. Thank you.
Still to come on the Valley today, supply chain issues could be messing with your favorite beer. Some breweries are struggling with a shortage of carbon dioxide.
And it could be a good afternoon to maybe get a brew, go sit on a patio. This morning, though, it'd be great to have a nice warm cup of coffee on a deck if you have one. Anyway, Lisa Green is in with a check of your forecast.